What's popping, you guys? I'm mellowing out and wanted to do a quick vibe check for the week. See what's going on because woo, the energy is energy. Okay. That's what I'm feeling. Okay. I don't know. It just kind of feels unsure is what it feels like for me. And I don't feel like, honestly, thank you, Most High. Not for me personally, it doesn't feel unsure. This is a collective feeling I'm getting, right? I'm getting that as a collective. It's just an energy of, I don't know, just feeling unsure. So I don't know if who I'm tapping into right now. You know, it's been very difficult for me to quiet my mind. So I have to take walks in nature, but I'm still calm, if that makes sense. So let's tap in and see what the angels and divine ancestors have to say. I've invited, y'all are quick with the message today. I've invited in all my highest level light guides, angels, and divine ancestors of the Most High to come in for the message for this week's energy. And we got coming out the gate the arrow. Okay. We have the arrow. The arrow is from the Angels and Ancestors deck, and it talks about surround yourself with protective energy. So let's do it. Okay. Um, Protecting yourself with stuff like this, if you have like black stones, they're a symbol of protection when you set an intention for it to do so, right? I have black stones all over this table here. These are protection stones, and you can just set an intention for them to protect you. These are magnets and they stick together. Magnets kind of balance the energy out around you, and it's also protection. Okay. You can make your own Florida water or spray yourself with Florida water. That also serves as a protection. Sea salt, believe it or not, people don't realize that, but it also serves as protection. Sprinkle some sea salt in and outside of your home, and you can pray a prayer over it and speak a divine protection, okay, over your home. So let's get into it. Most High, angels, and divine ancestors, I pray a special hedge of protection over the collective at this time and myself as well. I wrap myself up in a divine cloak of divine protection, a hedge all around us from the top of our heads to the bottom of our feet. Okay. I'm asking for a nice aura of protection. Archangel Michael, please come in and protect us from the top of our heads to the bottom of our feet. Cloak us and clothe us in your armor of divine protection. Hide us from the enemy. Oh, divine, if it is in your will, Most High, thank you for divine protection. Close your eyes, collective, and see a light around you that is filled with white and gold light at this time. See yourself within that light and know that you are protected. You are protected, collective. This card is asking you to place your own hedge of protection around you as an extra protective energy is what I feel. You are divinely protected from your spirit team. Okay. I'm asking all of our spirit team to protect us each and individually, coming forth with divine protection, because sometimes we take that for granted. Our angels are here to protect us, and we have to sometimes just ask for it. Okay. So that could be a message for someone. Okay. What else? The Mirror Guardian came out in reverse. Take time to reflect. It's meaning, I'm tongue tied. In the reverse, it's just saying that maybe you should take more time to reflect on what is happening around you at this time or what is maybe happening within you. I did come on just now and say I felt an energy of, I don't know, just kind of tapping into somebody's energy of feeling unsure at this time. I'm feeling maybe someone's unsure about the path, a decision, kind of just, I feel a sense of uneasiness, and I don't feel like it's it's not me, because I I have no doubts or feelings of I don't know how to say this, but I'm not questioning anything right now in any area of my life except divine. Why can't I steal my mind? That's the only thing. Why can't my mind get quiet? It's like it's harder to do these days. Okay, that's the only thing I'm questioning. But so that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about there's some type of uneasiness energy here, and it may just be in the atmosphere. Let's keep going. It may just be in the atmosphere because I can pick up on energy around me, and so can you, collective, if you tap in. Any more messages? Any more messages? And this came out the other day, the direction guardian. Choose your path. So this is probably why, because we are surrounded by energy of choices. So that makes sense. We're surrounded by an energy of choices this week. So that's probably why that I feel like that, right? Just unsure. And then, oh my God, this came out as well. And it came out in reverse too, just like it did the other day. Winter, what in the heck? Again, take care of your needs. This came out in reverse. So by that coming out twice, that is definitely a message for myself and others. The direction, choosing the path in this energy of this week. Okay. Choosing the path as we continue to ascend into another timeline. Careful of your choices this week, guys. And make sure you are taking care of your needs. And that could be just simply quiet in the mind. Okay. Like I just said, why can't I quiet my mind? Okay. So make sure you're taking care of your needs. And that's a confirmation. Did you hear that horn outside? That's a confirming message. Take care of your needs. Okay. Clarify. I don't need to clarify it. I just want to clarify winter. No. Clarify. I do want to clarify it because it came out in reverse twice. Take care of your needs. And it came out in reverse. I feel like turning it around, guys. I feel like turning it around. So let's see. Can you clarify, winter, take care of your needs for me, please? Clarify, angels, guides, highest love and light, ancestors of the Most High. Please clarify. Protected. Yeah, this is on the fence. Okay, so the need is, so protected is on the fence. I feel like you guys just need to tap into some more spiritual protection. And I don't feel like it's talking about something that you should be fearful of. What I feel is that the protection is on the fence. Take care of your needs because it's something within you that you need to tap into. So some type of challenge that's happening within is causing you to choose the path this week. Okay. Choose the decision, choose the response, versus reacting, for example, right? Something is happening around you, or I feel like within you. Could be around you, some of you, but I feel like within you, because we're leveling up and we are at this justice point, right? And it's coming out twice. See, surround yourself with protective energy here, right? And then protection on the fence, right? So whatever is happening to you this week, you're going to need to tap in, is what I'm getting. Reflect. Take the time to reflect. Take a minute. Pause. Tap in. And protect yourself with maybe just positive thoughts or positive affirmations. I'm feeling like it may be a spiritual warfare on the mental, is what I'm getting just off the bat, guys. But let's read. Protected on the fence came out that way, right? So it says, find solace in safety, knowing you're sheltered and guided through life's storms, to calmer shores. Okay. So by being on the fence and taking care of your needs, maybe tapping into the reassurance, guys, and choose that path. Choosing the path of reassurance that you are divinely guided and you are divinely protected. Maybe I felt that sense of unsuredness, if that's a word, doesn't sound right. I felt that sense of just kind of like that energy, tapping into someone's energy of not being clear of where they're headed or what's happening around them at this time, right? So I'm feeling for a specific few of you, this message is channeled for that collective, right? The collective that's having a sense of unclear direction. Know that you're to choose the path, but your guardian, your direction guardian is around you to assist you with it. Okay. And you need to know that you are protected. It's also saying to surround yourself with protective energy. Maybe that looks like an affirmation, just saying, I am protected. Okay. Maybe that looks like wearing your favorite black stone and touching it every now and again throughout the day, saying, I am divinely protected. Okay. Maybe that looks like an affirmation of saying, I surrender to the divine will and flow, right? I am heavily protected. Okay. This says, find solstice in safety, knowing, okay? Not thinking, knowing that you're sheltered and guided through life's storms to a calm shore, to calmer shores, okay? Right? So with this being in the reverse, take care of your needs. I feel like your needs are within, and it's not being, there's not enough reflecting going on to pay attention to the inner anxiety is what I'm feeling for someone. Okay. And so it's also telling you, and it's on the fence because you're not doing that, to basically know that you are sheltered and know that you are guided. Okay. You have guardians around you guiding you, but they're allowing you to make the decision. So someone may just need to make a simple decision of knowing that my path is guided. Knowing that my path is guided is what I just got. Oh, and look at what is on the bottom of the deck, baby. Everything is everything. Okay. I'm about to put the deck away and look what's on the bottom of it. Everything is everything. Divine flow. Flowing in the no, look, mirror guardian is in reverse, suggesting that you're not taking the time to reflect, right? Not taking the time to surround yourself in protective energy. And that just probably means what I'm feeling for this message is meaning the speaking to the negative thoughts. This to me is a message of inner chatter, taking care of your needs, armoring yourself up inwardly with divine protection affirmations, feelings, thoughts, whatever, even words, right, at this time to create the path forward. Okay. Knowing that you are divinely sheltered and protected by the guardian, but they are letting you make the choice. Divine flow at the bottom of the deck, going with the flow of that energy, flowing in the current, knowing that you are sheltered and protected. Man, that's a message. I feel that right there, deep. I received that, baby. Okay, I received that. Let go of attachment to the outcome is what it's saying here on the divine flow card. I love when the divine shows up and the angels and divine guides and the ancestors show up to say, I am with you. You are not alone. Okay, I love that. This is a synchronistic message. Winter and the direction guardian came out the other day. Check the previous video. They came out the other day. And the divine is saying repeatedly, it is a knowing, okay? Not a thought, not a thinking is what I meant to say, but a knowing that I am, okay? Somebody need to hear that again. It's not a thinking. It is a knowing that I am. Okay. I am protected. I am guided. I am sheltered. Even in the midst of the chaos going on inside of me, Mirror Guardian is here Take time to reflect. And someone needs to hear that. Okay. Divine flow is asking you to be in the flow of that current, that wind, that chaos, that drama that's happening inside of you. And some of you, it may be happening around you, but it's asking you to flow. Okay. Let go of attachment to the outcome and let the universe bring gifts. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I am here for it. Okay. I'm saying that because I feel that I'm also speaking to myself here with this message of like, I feel no, I feel, how can I say it? I'm not unsure about what's happening around me, right? I'm unsure about maybe some things that are happening on the inside of me because I said, why can't I quiet my mind like I used to, right? The noise is too loud. So I need to reflect and go inside of myself. But for some of you, it may be some things happening on the inside of you as well as on the outside of you, or maybe some of you just one or the other. Maybe some of you things going on the inside that you don't want to talk about. Maybe some of you things going on outside of you, but it's all asking us to flow and trust that process. We're being asked to flow and trust the process. Stay in divine flow and release attachment to the outcome at this time. Okay. Tell me more. Let's move into another deck. Tell me more about this message. Anything that we need to know for this week's energy. The energy is energy, baby. It's what I'm getting. Divine flow and guard yourself with protective thoughts is what I'm getting from this message. Any more messages? Because the divine is bringing in gifts. The divine is asking you to flow because the divine wants to bring in gifts. I'm talking to a collective that is going through a spiritual awakening. Okay. Leveling up during this ascension process that we are sitting in. Okay. There is no message from this particular deck. Let's move on to another deck. Let me see right quick though, before I move on. Any more messages from the angels and ancestors deck? Oh, baby, they wasn't finished talking. Lady coming out in reverse. Okay. Enjoying the growth and reaping rewards. It's in reverse. In reverse. It is time for some of you to sit back, take time to reflect so that you can enjoy the benefits and reap the rewards. And I feel like it's in reverse because we can't let it in if we're not flowing. The divine, just like it says right here, stay detached from the outcome. Not this one, sorry. Divine flow says that. Stay detached from the outcome so that the universe can bring in gifts. But you can't bring in rewards, right? If we're not what? Flowing. And baby, whew, I pray I'm flowing. That's gonna be our prayer. I pray that I am flowing. And as we choose the path, right? By going within, we choose the correct path, right? The path that we need to be on to receive, right? Staying detached from the outcome, being in the knowing. Okay, I'm feeling someone needs to release fear here. And that may be fear of whatever, okay? Fear of whatever, I don't know, scarcity, lack, whatever that you feel like the outcome should be. Stay detached from that because you not having control of that outcome could cause fear is what I just got for some of you. Okay, you not knowing the outcome could cause fear, but the divine is trying to get you into a flow state so that you can receive. Somebody, it's time to let down your your guards, your walls, and just flow. You've done enough, you've put in enough spiritual work. And so now it's time to receive and enjoy the fruit of your labor here by allowing the divine to bring in rewards. And the divine can't do that if you're sitting in a resistance energy. So you need to be in divine flow. And I feel like that needs to be the affirmation for a few of you guys. I am in the divine flow. Okay. I am in the divine flow. I am heavily protected. Okay. And surround yourself with that positive thought. I am in divine flow and I am heavily protected. Baby, that's going to be my mantra for the week. Okay. I am in divine flow and I am heavily protected. Let's write it down. I am. When you put anything behind I am, it's very powerful, right? I am in divine flow. Okay. Choosing your path. I am in divine flow and I am, right? We're manifesting now, right? And I am heavily, okay? Don't mind my marker. We can't see exactly what it say, but we know what it say. Right? Because it's a thick marker, okay? But we know what it say. I am heavily protected. I am in divine flow and I am heavily protected. Okay. Y'all see my little thank you up here because I was having a moment with my guides and I just wanted to say thank you. And I left it up there and it works. And this is going to be my mantra for this week. I am in divine flow and I am heavily protected because I felt an energy of someone feeling uneasy and unclear when I first got on here. I feel better now. So maybe the message is helping. Or maybe the affirmation is helping. I don't know. But I feel better. I always feel better when I talk to y'all though. Okay. So drum came out in reverse. Dream and journey. This came out in reverse. So someone needs to reflect and tap into their dreams and tap into the journey that they would like to choose, right? To get to the dream. Okay. So the energy is asking you to manifest here. Okay. By way of choosing to do so. Choose your path. You have the authority to choose your path. You don't have to settle, collective. Surround yourself with positive energy. Choose the path by way of tapping in, okay, reflecting. Know that you are protected the entire journey, okay? Not a thinking, but a knowing, right? I am in divine flow and I am heavily protected, okay? Because it is time to take care of, I'm getting a whole nother mess. It is time to take care of your needs. So I'm getting a message here, another message, a side note, and it's a similar message. But I'm also talking to someone that is on the correct path already, right? And they know it, but they're no longer participating in the manifestation of it. Meaning y'all just may be chilling because y'all put in enough work, and it's okay because it says flow here, but it's also to me asking you to I feel like I'm talking to the people who need to keep visualizing here and just dream and seeing that manifestation come to pass. Staying hopeful and optimistic about it is what I'm feeling, right? And then you're going to enjoy. It's kind of like that this is what I'm getting just off the bat for a few of you. It's kind of like that last push over to the finish line of just seeing it, like confirming it, putting that seal on it. Yes, this is what I want, universe. Thank you for that. Okay. Thank you for that. And thank you for flow and divine protection. And then I release it to you and I trust the process. Okay. It's like making that final decision as you take that final step, that final test, okay, of the universe, choosing the path. I just feel like for some of you, it's not about trying to figure it out. It's about knowing that it is already figured out. Oh, I just got that. I just got that. I just got that. Oh my God. It's about already knowing that it is already done. And it's time to enjoy and reap rewards. Whew. Wow. This is a heavy message because I feel like I'm talking to a couple of different collectives here. Someone that is still in the midst of creating and knowing, and then someone who is already in the knowing. Okay. But just being asked to be reminded to be still, flow, right? And allow that dream to come forward, right? Stop attaching to the outcome of it and know that you know that you know it is already done. Okay. And I don't want to I don't want to confuse the message, right? But period. Energy don't lie. Trust your instincts. Yeah. I'm talking to a collective that you already tapped in. You already put in enough work. Allow it now. Trust the process. Trust the process. It's already done. It's already done. Okay? Taking charge of the path, choosing the path here is, and like taking authority over your positive energy, right? Is suggesting that you are using your I am power, staying in that flow state and saying, you know what? I am divinely protected. Okay. I am divinely provided for. Okay. I trust the process and I trust the outcome for my life. Okay. When those trigger moments are happening this week, when the chaotic energy is around you this week, trying to throw you into that feeling that I was feeling when I first turned this video on. Unclear, unsure. These are feelings that I felt. Now I don't feel that way as I speak to you, collective, because I feel like it's about standing in the knowing when those insecure thoughts try to come up. I told you from the beginning of the video, this is an inside job, guys. I'm feeling this heavily. And I'm not saying something is not happening around you, but I just feel like this is I'm speaking to someone that's doing some inside tests going on for you this week. It's an inside job. And you are to stand on business in your mind, in your thought process, knowing that you are protected, provided for, and your path is already written. Okay. So you can sit back and expect the rewards. Okay. Because this was in reverse. Continue to dream because it's already coming to you. Okay. As you trust your instincts here. And allow yourself to flow with the current. Allow yourself to flow. Okay. And don't think, but know that you are shielded and protected here. Any last messages? Any last messages for the collective? Air Guardian. All the messages coming out in reverse because it's up to you, collective. Shift your perception. Okay. That came out in reverse. Shift your perception. And it came out in reverse. Maybe some of you are already shifting your perception. And that's why it's in reverse, because you don't need to. You're doing it now as we speak. As you speak, as I just said, moving from a thinking to a knowing is shifting your perception. Clarify, Air Guardian, in reverse. Clarify, Air Guardian, in reverse, please. Clarify, Air Guardian, in reverse. We are moving. I couldn't even flip it out my hand. We are moving from a thinking to a knowing. And that is shifting our perception. Yeah, we're doing it. In every area of our life, we're doing that. Okay. Hurtful events. Some of you have gone through enough pain. Okay. You have gone through hurtful events, enough issues, drama, and all of the things. And you are changing. You are shifting your perception from those hurtful events. Okay. You're no longer allowing the hurtful events of the past to dictate your present or your future here, because Air Guardian, shifting your perception, is in reverse. So it is suggesting that you are shifting your perception here. You are willing to trust your instincts. And now you're standing on business because you are going to start speaking your I am affirmations, protecting your thoughts with positive energy as they try to trigger you, and remain in the flow so the divine can bring you gifts and rewards for just due as we sit in a karmic justice window. Okay. So this week, the energy is suggesting, as it brings in little tests, little tower moments of unsureness or unclear energy around you, but I'm feeling it's within you, right? It's asking you to anchor in the I am, right? Anchor in the I am in divine flow. I am divinely and heavily protected. Okay. And I don't think it, I know it. I trust my path here. I trust my path. I am willing to continue to focus on the dream here and allow the divine to flow and bring me just due rewards, because I'm staying detached from the outcome and standing on business, knowing that I am divinely protected as I continue to reflect. Okay. As I continue to reflect, I stand on business with myself. Okay. I am releasing and letting go of the things that no longer serve me, that hurt me in the past. And I am standing in a higher perception here, a higher perception, right? Now let's go to, let's get a kipperish on any other messages you might need to know and close this out. Let's close this out. This is a beautiful message. It's an inside job, period. I love when the divine confirms the message. Come through, divine spirit. Bam. Thank you. Thank you, my team. Y'all know y'all be showing out, okay? Y'all be showing out for the collective. My highest love and light guys, angels and divine ancestors be showing out for the collective, baby. Every time. You can't make it up. You can't make it up, baby. The karmic justice is at play this week, guys. The energy is asking you to stand on business. Choose the path as it comes to trigger you in any way, shape, or form this week, be it inside and outside of you. Talking to myself too, okay? Okay, because triggers are real and nobody's exempt, not even the readers, okay? Not even those that read intuitively. We are not exempt, okay? The energy is asking you to flow, to be in flow state. You've done enough work, collective, and it's not only asking you to be in flow state, it's asking you to stand on business, trusting your intuition, trusting your instincts, knowing what this is. The divine is telling you what it is. It's karmic justice, okay? Allowing yourself to just dream, flow, okay? Continue to dream, because some of you are not dreaming anymore because you are probably just exhausted from this spiritual journey. But that's for another message. But stand still, go within, reflect on your dreams to create even more positive energy around you. And surround yourself with those positive thoughts as you flow, guys, because you're letting go of things that no longer serve you here. Okay? With a new perception. And you're going to enjoy the fruits of your labor here. You're bringing it in. Okay, so this will be turned around in the upright for you as you choose the path. Okay, and that's the message. That is the message. The energy will come to test you this week. Okay, how will you respond? The universe is asking you to respond in flow state. Stay in flow state this week, guys. Sending love and light to whatever is happening around you or within you. I'm getting a lot of this is inside stuff. Okay. And just to stay in reflection mode and speaking your I am energy over this energy this week. Okay. Speaking your I am affirmations over this energy. Okay. Because we are receiving karma. We are creating our realities and we are reaping rewards from karma here. Okay. Divine flow will allow you to stay in a flow state where the universe can bring you gifts, surprises, rewards for what you have done. Okay. Now I'm talking to the collective that has done a soul's work here. You've elevated the soul. Okay. And so now you are in line for good karmic rewards. That is who I'm talking to. I'm talking to those who are on the upside of the karmic wheel here. I'm not talking to the ones that are still in lessons. I'm talking to the ones that have evolved out of certain lessons. And now the energy is asking you to protect yourself, protect your thoughts, protect the energy within you and around you, and stand on your I am. I know I'm divinely protected. I know I did this. I know I did that. I know I am in line for good karma here. Okay? It's a knowing. It is a knowing. Okay? So when that bill is coming that you have to pay, for example, this week, and you're feeling a little bit, oh God, scarcity lack mindset, right? Oh no, I know the divine got me. Okay? That needs to be the affirmation. My needs are met. I am divinely guided, chosen, and protected. I know that my divine got me, period. Okay? Because your guides got you. Divine got you 10 toes down, trust me. Okay? And we know that. We just have to remind ourselves of that. Okay? I feel like this is the reading, guys. You can't end it better than the confirming message of karma, baby. It's time. It is time to reap what you have sown. Okay. I love this message for us for the energy of the week. Just reminding us as we are tested on every side with these final exams. Are you ready to move to the next level? This is what the universe is asking of you. As you stay in flow state, reflect. How should I respond in this moment? Whether it's happening on the inside or the outside of you is what you need to be focused on. And keeping that positive energy around you as much as you can, even if you have to write I ams all day long at work, whatever, at school, whatever, I am heavily protected. I am in divine flow. Okay. And I am that I am. Period. All right, guys. So have a beautiful week, guys. Spread some love. Stay in positive flow and stay in positive energy, guys. Let this be your mantra. I am in divine flow. All week long, I am in divine flow. And so it is. Okay. All right, y'all. See y'all next time. Peace.